Rice with the kickoff. Rice in the white kits. Oklahoma in the orange and white hoops. And the ball goes out into touch right away. Again, a lot of these kickoffs going out into touch. I think the wind is really affecting things. It is blowing pretty hard. So, as you see with that flag right there in the foreground, I believe a lot of players not underestimating just how strong the wind is. So when they kick the ball, it gets that extra oomph by the wind. And unfortunately, it goes a little bit further than they want. The Sooners on the attack really want to make up for the fact that they lost in that overtime battle against Baylor. Penalty against Rice. Another penalty against Rice. Advantage for the Sooners. And a yellow card. A yellow card against Rice already. Wow. Too many penalties against Rice to start. So Rice already with a yellow card for the next 2 minutes. Oklahoma will have the man advantage. And we'll see if the Sooners can take advantage of being one player up. Sooners moving into Rice territory. Owls got to play with a one-man disadvantage. Ball goes out of hand. So knock on by the Sooners. Rice getting a little reprieve here as they're hoping time ticks off as quickly as possible for them to get their man out of the sin bin. Rice ended the day yesterday, 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 tie, tied with Oklahoma. So this is actually a matchup between these two teams from day one as they both tied yesterday. So now this will be the tiebreaker, hopefully. We'll see. Obviously we can't finish with a tie in knockout rugby. So we must have a winner. So these two teams very familiar with each other. Again, the winner of this match will be going on to play for the bowl, while the loser of this match will unfortunately be dropped down to 7th place shield match, which will happen on later on today here on pitch number 2. Good pass by Rice. The Owls trying to get out of their territory. Oklahoma with some good defense. And unfortunately, we do have a forward pass. So the ball turned over to Oklahoma. I believe Rice will get their player back. Oh, we also do have an injury, unfortunately. And Sooner player hurt. But we might be full strength for Rice as well. As we're getting ready for the scrum. Here you go with the scrum put in by Oklahoma. And unfortunately for Oklahoma, Rice able to get the ball out of the scrum. Good play by the hooker, being able to hook the ball back to the right side. Rice still playing with the man down, but they're making some noise here with that big unit running for the Owls, trying to get past this Oklahoma defense. Oklahoma pushing them back. They're close back to their own territory. And the ball goes out of hands. We have a knock on. And now the Sooners with the ball once again. Another scrum, not too far from where the last scrum was. And I believe now Rice will have their player back out of the sin bin. So full force for Rice. And we have another scrum for the Sooners. So a little bit of a slow start here in this matchup between Rice and Oklahoma. Next match will be between North Texas and Baylor for the Division One Cup semifinal. The winner of that match will be playing for the Division One Cup. Oklahoma with the ball. Owls trying to stop Sooners from moving anywhere closer to their try zone. Good play by the Sooners. Good pass. Good defense. Nice strong tackle by the Owls. He is pushing that Sooner all the way back. back to the midway point of the pitch. Good offload by the Sooners, but the Owls defense pushing the Sooners back towards their side of the field. Sooners trying to get past the Owl defense. Owls trying to jackal the ball. Penalty against the Owls. No, I'm sorry, knock on by the Sooners. Ball happened to roll out of the Oklahoma hands. So now the Owls with the ball back. Scrum in their territory. It's approaching the final 2 minutes of the first half. Ball pass to the Owls. Owls on the march. Ooh, great line by Rice. Here we go. Rice with the breakaway speed. He will not be caught. Try for the Owls. Try score by Rice. Great try. Good vision by the Owls. They found the hole in the Oklahoma defense and they put down for the first try of the match. Waiting for the conversion. And the conversion is good. So we're entering into the final minutes of the half. Owls put on the first try on the scoreboard. Owls up 7-0. Again, the winner of this match will play later today in the bowl, Division 1 bowl final. That will be the last game here on pitch number 2. That will be 3 p.m. local time, while the loser of this match will be playing later on today here at 2:40 p.m. local time for the Shield, the 7th place finish. And it looks like the ball kicked pretty far out into touch. So we will have a line out. And I believe it's unofficial time, but we are getting close to getting into match official time. So that means this may be the last play of the half. Line out is good by Oklahoma. Great line out by the Sooners. Sooners are on the march. They need to score to gain some momentum before going into the second half. Will he be able to go? No. Pushed right out by the Owls. Great defense by Rice. And I don't know if that is half. Nope. Match official claims we still have time. So a line out. A line out by the Owls. Again, unofficial time on our scoreboard. The only time that matters is the one that's on the match official's watch. So we keep playing until the match official says otherwise. Line out for the Owls. Great opportunity for the Owls to put on one more try before the end of the half. Oh, overcooked the line out just a little bit, but the Owls are able to recover. Running with the ball. Far side of the pitch. Unfortunately, there is a knock on, and that is the half. So, halftime score. Low scoring game so far. Rice 7, Oklahoma 0. Again, this is the Division 1 fifth place semifinal match. Winners of this match will move on to the fifth place bowl. Like I said, that will be played on later today, while the loser will play for the Shield also later today on the pitch. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with the second half of this matchup. All right, rugby fans. Just a quick update if you've been watching on Pitch 2 for a while now. That prior game between Utah State and Southern Nazarene University, Nazarene University, the Crimson Storm, were victorious 21 to 19. They did convert one extra try. I try my best to see every conversion, but sometimes the cameras don't always catch them. And also, too, it's kind of hard to see whether or not the match official makes the try or not. So, we go with what we have. Here we go, second half underway in this very close matchup. Rice 7, Oklahoma 0. Oklahoma with the kickoff to start the second half. Rice with a great take. Rice passing the ball. Oklahoma already with their defense going. Will Rice find the opening like they did in the first half? Good tackle. Ball pops out, but goes back into the hands of the Owls. The Owls trying to find a way to get past this Oklahoma defense. Oklahoma really, really stifling the Owls. Good tackles. Fortunately, though, again, ball goes into the hands of the Owls. Rice passing the ball back. Good kick. Pretty good kick. Unfortunately, though, does not go into Oklahoma territory. Oklahoma almost misplaces the ball. Rice trying to make the tackle. Oklahoma's able to break through. Rice has to get back on the defense. A lot of their players are out of position. Oklahoma, will they be able to capitalize on here and tie the game up? Unfortunately, penalty against Rice. Oklahoma finding the opening. Will they be able to score? One more man to beat, and they do! Oklahoma with the try. And as you see, one of the Oklahoma players asking to be substituted out. Again, this is a long day for these teams. This is the second game on game number 2. They've already played 3 games on game 1. So a lot of tired bodies here in Houston, Texas. Oklahoma waiting for the conversion. Conversion kick right in front of the uprights. And it's good. We are squared 7-all. Gotta mention that this is a rematch. Both teams faced off against each other yesterday, and they tied that game. That game finished with a tie. The only difference, of course, is there are no ties in knockout rugby, so we must have a winner. We've already had one tie that went into overtime here on pitch number 2, an exciting matchup between Baylor and Oklahoma. Will we see another overtime game here between Rice and Oklahoma? Actually, I'm sure Oklahoma doesn't want to see any more overtimes because they are the one that's unfortunately lost that prior one against Baylor. And again, also too, that just means extra time that their players have to play, and that extra time does add up. So, Oklahoma with the kick goes into touch. Pretty good kick. So Rice has the line out well within their territory. Rice's lineouts, though, have not been too bad, though it is close to their try zone, so they have to be accurate with their lineouts. Otherwise, Oklahoma can capitalize and score another try. Here you go with the lineout. Ooh, pretty cheeky play there. Instead of throwing it above, they're trying to toss it forward. But unfortunately, if you do that, you have to toss the ball 5 meters out of the touch zone. And I don't think the ball went 5 meters. So that is a penalty against the Owls. Great opportunity here for Oklahoma to score. Oklahoma on the offense again. The Owls need to get their defense back in. Going for that left side. Now cycling back to the right side, ball goes past the Sooners' hands, but goes into another Sooners' hands. And now here comes the Sooners. Try for the Sooners. And again, the Sooners capitalizing, unfortunately, on that lineout error by the Owls. And that is a try and the lead for Oklahoma. Waiting for the conversion here. Not an easy conversion kick for Oklahoma here. Again, if you're new to rugby, conversions take place where the ball is placed down on the try zone. So obviously you want that ball to be placed as close to the uprights as possible. Otherwise, it is a hard kick. Like that kick there is no good. So score 12-7 Oklahoma with about 2.5 minutes left in the match. A lot of time for Rice to come back. Possibly to score to tie the game. Possibly to go into another overtime. We'll see here. Sooners with the restart. Here's the kick. A very good kick. Oklahoma, unfortunately, not able to play it, but it does bounce into a Rice player's hands. So Rice on the march. Oklahoma, though, with the strong defense. Ball just goes a little bit out of hand. I think he's going to get a yellow card. Yes, he does. Unfortunately, that is considered a knockdown in rugby. If you hit the ball down towards the ground, that is considered a sinister play. And unfortunately, even if it wasn't necessarily the intention of the player, you cannot knock the ball down. You can't prevent the ball from flying into another player's hands. And that's what that Oklahoma player did. Doesn't matter as Oklahoma regains the ball. Will they score again, even though they're a man down? No, good defense by the Owls. Desperate tackle. A try-saving tackle by the Owls to push the Oklahoma player into touch. And so we'll have another line out by the Owls. Hopefully, this lineout goes a little bit better than the last one. And again, the Owls are up a man for at least what looks like maybe the remainder of the match. So a good opportunity for the Owls to possibly tie the game. Great lineout by the Owls right there. Oh, little miscommunication there. What happened? It looked like that Owls player wasn't ready for the ball, so it bounced right off of his back. Penalty against the Owls. And also, too, looks like an Owl player is down. But we continue playing on. And the Sooners score! And unfortunately for rugby, unless there's a serious, serious injury, we do not stop for injured players. And that try is still scored. So Sooners score again, 17-7. Very unfortunate for the Owls. But the try is still scored. And we're going to wait for the conversion kick. It's unfortunate. That is just how rugby plays. We don't stop unless there's a serious injury. Match official has to stop the game. He did not, even though there is an Owl player that was down. Oklahoma took advantage of it. They knew the rules. And now they're waiting to commit the kick. I believe this will be time up here. Conversion is good. And that is the game. Final score, Oklahoma 19, Rice 7. Oklahoma